Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to a video called Embarrassingly Dumb Ways People Died, Darwin Award winners. And I mean, yeah, I don't really, I've never seen anything like this before, but I saw this pop up and I think this was suggested a few times. I don't know, I can't actually remember. I think I maybe actually saw a reaction channel who's similar to me reacted to it, and I just sort of thought it was an interesting video to see, so I just chose to react to it myself. I don't know, but we're here with it now. If you want more reactions like this, suggest in the comments, of course. I mean, I'll always do more of these if people seem to enjoy them. But yeah, man, embarrassingly dumb ways to die, or people died. I'm hoping for some actually embarrassing ways, because if it's just going to be like someone, I don't know, someone slipped in the shower. It's not embarrassing, it's just unfortunate. But maybe we're going to see, right? Maybe this will give me ideas of ways not to die in the future, so I'm a lot more careful in situations that these people died in. But we'll just see, right? But shout out to my Instagram, my Twitter, links in the description for those interested. Closing in on 7K on my Instagram, so I'd appreciate you helping me get to that. I've been doing like Q&As on my Instagram, so if you're interested in asking me stuff, links are there for those interested. Same for my Patreon, links are there for those interested. A lot of Patreon exclusive videos being posted at the moment, so yeah, links are there. But let's jump into it, man, and see what this video shows me in ways that people have died.
Over time, natural selection takes its toll and omits the dumbest people from the gene pool. It's not great news for the people whose head whistles in a crosswind, but for us, it's fantastic, as we can keep entertained by the amusing tales of people with a room temperature IQ who perish due to a lack of intelligence. Let's get to it with more Darwin Award winners. Number 16. Death by Beard. Hans Steininger served several terms as mayor of the small Austrian village of Braunau-Emmen. He had a 4.5-foot long beard, which he kept neatly rolled and stuffed in a pocket. When a fire broke out in his village in September 15...
Oh, that's a recipe for disaster, man. That hair is burning
1967,
quick.
Steininger found himself at the center of panicking townspeople. His beard loosened from its pouch and unraveled as he tried to suppress the commotion. Steininger was too rushed to re-roll his beard, so he pushed it out of the way. His decision proved to be fatal when he tripped over his beard at the top.
Oh, he tripped on it. I thought it was going to burn. He tripped
of a
on
flight of stairs and tumbled down the steps, breaking his neck along the way.
Oh,
Number
man.
15. Crushed by a cactus. One day in 1982, two young and presumably bored roommates named David Grunman and James Sukochi decided to wander the desert near Lake Pleasant, Arizona, with shotguns. During their walk, Grunman opened fire on a 10-foot saguaro cactus. It quickly toppled, and Grunman then shot 2 rounds into a 27-foot tall cactus, causing a large and heavy arm of the...
What is the biggest I'm going to see now, right now. The biggest cactus in the world. I didn't know they could be that big. Oh. 78 feet tall. Oh my days, they're huge. Oh, it is huge. Okay, that's like a tree. That is literally just like a tree cactus. What the fuck? That is nuts. God damn,
the plant to fall off. Grunman was crushed to death by the spiny, long saguaro arm. Saguaros are only found in the Sonoran Desert and are protected by Arizona law. In the case of David Grunman's unlawful behavior, he received a death sentence, courtesy of the cactus he shot.
What a way to go.
Number 14. Brutal. Fatal test run. As the aviation age took off, a tailor named Franz Reichelt decided to pursue a dream that was far beyond the scope of his profession. In 1911, the aspiring inventor entered a contest to create a safety parachute. He created a parachute suit, which was a standard flight suit improvised with rods, rubber lining, and a silk canopy. Reichelt broke his leg during early tests and blamed the chute's failure on the short height he jumped from. After a year of lobbying for permission to test the parachute suit from the Eiffel Tower, Reichelt was given the green light. Police and onlookers expected him to use test dummies, and when they realized he intended to test the product himself, they tried talking Reichelt out.
Oh, wow. This guy is ridiculous. I mean, again, this is natural selection.
Out of jumping. He was so confident in his parachute suit, however, he took the 187-foot plunge and died on impact with the ground.
There's footage of it in everything.
Number 13. Shopping cart catastrophe.
What the heck?
One day in 2008, 18-year-old Cameron Bieberly took a joyride in a shopping cart that was attached to the bumper of a car.
Oh no, I remember when I was a kid, we used to always just like push our friends down, or I'd be in the trolley, down like fucking hills in trolleys. How dangerous is that, man? You realise about it now, you're on a concrete like hill. There's not like roads, it's like a sort of, it's behind my house, so it's like a sort of a more private area. So there's no chances of cars just coming through, but still, your trolley, like, it can so easily fall, and you can fall off your trolley and crack your... Oh, mate. Being a kid was one in a million type things, man. I actually miss being a kid so much, because stuff like that, we just didn't give a damn
When
about.
the car hit a
Do stuff about things.
speed bump, the Florida teen was catapulted 27 feet and landed on his head when he hit the pavement. He died shortly after. Bieberly's parents became adamant campaigners against car surfing, a trend among teens that has become increasingly popular in recent years. Apparently, a growing number of today's adolescents and young adults need to be shown evidence of a tragedy to avoid dangerous driving behaviors that could kill them. Number 12. Motorcycle helmet protest death. In the summer of 2011, 55-year-old Philip A. Cactus attended a protest against New York State's motorcycle helmet requirement. Around 550 motorcycle enthusiasts rode together.
How are you going to protest against protection for yourself on a motorbike
without their helmets in a show of solidarity against the safety law? During the demonstration, Cactus's 1983 Harley-Davidson fishtailed when he hit the brakes and he was thrown over the handlebars. He hit his head on the pavement and was pronounced dead at the hospital. The medical expert who pronounced Cactus dead believed he would have undoubtedly survived.
Nah, this is literally just like, you cannot write this sort of thing, man. He's protesting against it and he ends up dying whilst protesting. Getting killed by what he's protesting against, and if he had what he was protesting against, he would have survived. Nah, you cannot write this stuff, man.
If he had been wearing a helmet. Abate, the organization that sponsored the ride, maintained their view that motorcyclists should have a choice of whether or not to wear a helmet. Number 11. Multitasking Misadventure. 20-year-old Kalita Hicks was driving her 1986 T-Top Monte Carlo along a dark Kentucky highway at 3 a.m. one morning in August 2010. She had a passenger named Thomas May with her, and they decided to switch seats, and apparently saw no need to pull over. As Hicks attempted to climb over the T-Top and into the passenger seat, her foot hit the steering wheel, causing the car to veer left. May grabbed the steering wheel and turned it sharply to the right. The swerving caused Hicks to be thrown from the roof of the car. She hit her head on the guardrail as she landed on the pavement. Hicks was flown to the University of Kentucky Medical Center and died during surgery. Number 10. SelfDecapitation. In 1995, a group of Polish men decided to measure their masculinity, and evidently their intelligence, or maybe lack thereof, by playing drinking games. One of the competitors amputated the end of his foot using a chainsaw. In an effort to one-up him, 30-year-old farmer Krzysztof Asninski swung the chainsaw toward his neck and cut his own head off. We all know that drinking games usually never lead anywhere good, but when it comes to winning the award for collective inebriated stupidity, this one's a no-brainer. Number 9. Party boat. In 2018, a 21-year-old man decided he needed more attention on the booze cruise he was on in Boston Harbor. So he decided to perform vertical push-ups on the railing of the ferry. The crew ordered him to stop, which he did briefly until they turned their backs. Soon enough, he faltered and toppled overboard. Several life rings were thrown to within several feet of the man, and a crew member got into the water within 5 feet to assist, but he was unable to stay afloat and eventually drowned.
Wow.
Number 8. Self-defense.
If you can't swim and you're fucking doing that, then maybe you should just be a bit more careful.
Demonstration. A Toronto attorney named Gary Hoy was incredibly proud of the strength of the windows in his skyscraper. So proud, in fact, that he was known to show off the durability of his 24th floor office windows by throwing himself against them. One day in 1993,
Oh, no.
he decided to impress some incoming students by body checking himself against the glass. The first time, the window held, as it always had before. Hoy took another run at the glass, and it popped out of the frame. The lawyer plunged to the pavement below and died from his injuries.
Madness,
Peter Lawers,
man.
managing partner of the firm, told a local newspaper that Gary was one of the best and brightest. If that's true, I suggest you hire a different firm. Number 7. DIY Death. In 1996, Mark Gleason made a last-ditch effort to quiet his snoring, so his girlfriend, Tracy Lambert, could sleep. Doctors had told Gleason that his snoring, which was caused by sinus problems from a car accident, was incurable, but the Scottish couple were determined to get it under control. After taking a few sleeping pills and drinking some wine, Gleason stuffed tampons into his nostrils. He fell asleep on Lambert's sofa and
Aren't you just gonna bloody, like, what is it? Suffocate yourself because you breathe through your nose when
the
you
next
sleep.
morning, she discovered his lifeless body.
Fucking hell. Why are people so... Why?
Gleason died from asphyxiation caused by both the tampons and the sleeping pills, which furthered his breathing difficulties. Number 6. Accidentally proving an accident. In an Ohio courtroom in July 1871, lawyer Clement Vallandigham argued that his client Thomas McGeehan was innocent of murder. McGeehan was accused of killing a man named Tom Myers during a bar fight. Vallandigham maintained that Myers accidentally killed himself with his own pistol. To prove it, he used an unloaded gun to demonstrate to the jury how Myers could have done this. That evening, the lawyer set a loaded pistol next to the unloaded one on a table at his hotel. In the process of demonstrating to fellow lawyers how Myers may have shot himself, Vallandigham picked up the loaded gun from the table and shot himself in the abdomen. He was mortally wounded, but his demonstration apparently worked, and McGeehan was acquitted. Number 5. Fatal nutrition. British scientist and nutrition fanatic Basil Brown consumed a gallon of carrot juice daily and 70 million units of vitamin A over the course of 10 days. The combination of toxins produced the same effect on his liver as alcohol, and he died from cirrhosis. When he died, his skin was bright yellow. While some people may not know how dangerous a vitamin A toxicity can be, it's common knowledge that overconsuming anything can lead to disastrous results. Number 4. Obvious but optional boundaries. In March of 2018, a New Jersey man named Anthony G. headed to his father's house to shovel snow from his driveway. Along the way, Anthony encountered a series of cones warning drivers of a downed wire ahead. He didn't want to waste time on a detour, so he proceeded around the cones. Anthony, who was employed as a New York City electrician and should have been well aware of the hazards of downed wires, paid the ultimate price for his foolishness. When police arrived at the scene, his vehicle was engulfed in flames and he was dead. Number 3. Daredevil dummy. Wang Yangying was a
Oh, it's one of the fucking... Bro. These people, man, who just climb buildings. I mean, look, I do kind of respect it. I used to watch, what is it called? Not Freerunners. People who just climb buildings, basically. I used to watch a few. And the videos are unreal, like... And I'm just like, if you've got the balls to do this, fair enough. But then don't do things like this, yeah, like where you're literally just putting your lives at risk. You're already at this high point, yeah. You're already fucking doing crazy stuff. And then you just choose to start doing press-ups or hang off, like, a ladder that's literally, just fucking... What's wrong with people? Come on. Like, there's a little rail that you're walking along, like a little thin metal rail, and it's... Let's say it's winter, so it's slippery. You're like walking along it, you're balancing along it, and then you start deciding, let's just go on one leg. Like, why? Why do you have to go on one leg? It's already dangerous as it is. Just fucking relax, man.
famous Chinese daredevil known for his death-defying stunts atop skyscrapers. Some of his famed acts included doing push-ups on the side of a skyscraper, walking along rooftops, and hanging from high-rise...
Like this. This is what... And this as well. But like this, man. Like, you're walking along a thin metal line. It looks like it's kind of... misty, so I'm guessing it's quite like slippery.
rooftops and hanging from high-rise buildings.
Just come on. I mean, he's not walking with one leg, but he probably did balance with one leg and just shit like this, man.
Eventually, Yangning's risky behavior caught up to him, and he fell from a 62-story skyscraper. His body was found the next day, along with the camera that filmed him losing his grip. The moral of Yangning's tragedy is that there are much safer ways to gain stardom, success, and an adrenaline rush. Number 2. Crushed by car. When you're fixing a heavy object, don't sit under it if it's propped up precariously.
Oh my days. Bro. Look how this guy's propped his car up. Oh my days, that lands on him, he's breaking his back. Fuck. Fucking hell.
Slight wrong move, and it's game over. Sarunas Masionis learned this lesson the hard way. In mid-2018, he attempted to repair his car while propping it up on a tire and a jack with a wooden block underneath it. The car crushed Masionis. His partner noticed he was blue, and a neighbor unsuccessfully tried lifting the car. Efforts to save the man's life were in vain, and he died from asphyxia caused by the fatal chest compression. Number 1. Wheelchair elevator tantrum. A wheelchair-bound 40-year-old South Korean man known only as Mr. Lee threw an explosive tantrum when he approached an elevator at a shopping center as the doors closed and couldn't get in. Instead of waiting for the next one, he repeatedly rammed into the closed elevator doors, and in an apparent underestimation of his own strength, thrusted them open. Mr. Lee fell into the elevator shaft and plummeted 19 feet to his...
Oh my god, this is fucking... I wasn't expecting footage in this video. I wasn't expecting footage. I just thought it was going to explain them. Come on, man. Come on. A bit of patience, man. What are you on? Fucking hell.
Them open. Mr. Lee fell into the elevator shaft and plummeted 19 feet to his death. Instead of cautioning the general public against the potential consequences of violent anger, shopping center officials promised to strengthen their elevator doors. So which of these stories do you think deserves...
I'm going to have to react to more of these. I see there's other parts, so maybe I'll watch these ones as well. This video was better than I expected, I'm not going to lie. I mean, some of these clips were wild, but... God damn, did anyone else think that he would have died because his beard got caught in fire, not because he fell downstairs yet? I'm one of them, I literally said it. Fun fact, it takes 200 years to grow a cactus to an average size. The 27 foot long is an old fella. Yeah, man, how long do cactuses, like, last for? How long do cactus live? That's not what, that doesn't make sense, but cactus live, I guess it'll come up. 10 to 200 years. Cactus lifespan typically ranges from 10 to 200 years, depending on the species. Cacti growing outdoors in ideal conditions tend to live longer than those cultivated as houseplants, which makes sense, of course. Curiosity killed the cat, stupidity killed the human. As someone from Arizona, frick that dude, how could you destroy such a majestic creature? I think the guy in the wheelchair and the chainsaw was the dumbest. Yeah, that wheelchair one was ridiculous. Even it wasn't a wheelchair, it was a scooter, right? Guy shoots himself in the court. Judge, I approve of that. Body checking himself against the glass. He's in Canada, eh? Did he get hosed? Gary, hey guys, welcome to my skyscraper. Burst through the window. But yeah, man, this is a crazy ass video. God damn. What ways to go? I mean, and there's more of these, there's more, but I mean, yeah, hopefully enjoyed. Until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.